Welcome to this week's First Grade Tidbits. My name is Amanda Smith, and I'm the First Grade ELA Curriculum Specialist. On the Quick Access page, you'll want to click on January 6th, and it'll take us straight to our tidbits for this week. In Skills Block, the week of January 6th through 10th, we are working in Cycle 10. On Monday, you have a flex day, which would be a great time to reteach station rotations and expectations during small group skills block since we'll be returning from break. On Tuesday, we are teaching the instructional practice from engagement text to decodables. Students experience a read aloud of the engagement text before they work with the decodable text. Once students comprehend the story, the teacher will introduce and analyze high-frequency words in the text that students will be able to decode. These are words we consider that On Tuesday, we will be teaching from the engagement text to decodables routine. In this instructional practice, students experience a read aloud of the engagement text before they work with the decodable text. Once students comprehend the story, the teacher will introduce and analyze high-frequency words in the text that students will not be able to decode. And these are words we consider to not play fair. The last part of the instructional practice is the partner search and read. So students first read the decodable independently and look for the high-frequency words they just learned, as well as the words that have the decodable patterns that we've been working on. The purpose of the decodable text is for students to apply the specific letter sound patterns they have learned in a given cycle in a text that they can read. After students have identified the high frequency words individually or independently, they read the entire text with the partner to develop automaticity with the words in the text. Reading fluently as a first grader is crucial because it reduces cognitive load, which allows students to focus their mental energy on understanding the text meaning, which strengthens comprehension. So let's take a minute and look at our learning targets. Our learning targets for this practice cover retelling and answering questions, as well as reading high-frequency words that don't play fair and decoding regularly spelled one-syllable words. All right, so let's look at the first part of the lesson that focuses on comprehension. We're to display our engagement text, our decodable reader, and begin reading aloud our engagement text. So listen carefully as I read today's story on the pond. You will hear words in the story that we learned in our last lesson. After I'm finished reading, you will retell the story to a partner and answer some questions about it. Read the story aloud once or twice without interruption as the teacher. That's what you're going to do, pointing to the accompanying illustrations for each section. So after we've read our engagement text on the pond, then we're going to have a comprehension conversation with students. They're going to recall information from the text. We're going to hit on vocabulary and language, and then we're also going to provide an extension question that will help students dig deeper into the text. The engagement text gives students more information and background knowledge than the decodable reader because it's being read aloud to students by the teacher. So once the students have a good understanding of what is happening in the engagement text and have had a discussion to promote recall and vocab, the teacher will then teach the new high frequency words. So we're teaching the new words by and then this week. And then we send them into the decodable independently, remember, and they look for the high frequency words by and there. They also look for words that they can already decode. Afterwards, So students will read the decodable, looking for the high frequency words and the decodable words based on the patterns we've already taught, and then they'll read with a partner. EL has provided several suggestions for meeting students' needs, and you can find those in the teacher guide or in ILC. So make sure that you read through the suggestions before teaching each lesson to ensure that you're providing the appropriate scaffolds, supports, or enrichment for students. This week's resource of the week is linked here. It's a short clip of a teacher teaching the engagement text to decodables routine. You'll want to check it out. In modules, we're starting Unit 3. In Unit 3, students continue to reflect on where the sun and moon appear in the sky and what happens when the sun and moon are at different places in the sky. They read a book, what the sun sees, what the moon sees, and then they begin a narrative poem. You'll want to check out the Module 2, Unit 3 PLC Deep Dive video for more information on our unit. It is located under Curriculum Supports, first grade, on all things literacy. As always, I appreciate you and I'm thankful for all you do for your students. 2025 is going to be amazing because of you. Have a great week.